Clocks ticking, screen glow, chat about to light up. Headlines look wild, yeah, we're about to write up. No scripts, no filter, just truth on the mic. If it's breaking tonight, then we breaking it right. Scrolling through the noise, cut the signal from static. They spin it one way, we go full cinematic. Facts in the fire, yeah, we test what they say. If it don't make sense, we're tearing it away. Chat, pull up, yeah, I see you in the feed. Got the tea, got receipts, got everything you need. No safe takes here, no playing pretend. We say it how it is, yeah, we said what we said. Real news, real talk. Sevvy going live, no cap, no spin, yeah, we cut through the lies. Mic check, truth check, yeah, we locked inside. If it's trending right now, then we're breaking it wide. Tech chat, rolling fast, got opinions on blast. We don't follow the wave, we're ahead of the mass. So sit back, lean in, let the chaos begin. Starting soon scream, but we're about to lock in. Hot takes incoming, yeah, they might sting, but we back it with facts, not the headline fling. Everyone loud, but they saying the same. We ask one question and it breaks the whole frame. From gaming to culture to whatever's at stake. If they twist in the truth, we don't hesitate. Bring the clips, bring the quotes, bring the context too. We don't play telephone, we show it to you. Wait, did they really say that? Nah, run it back, chat, clip that. We don't miss, we don't slack. Truth hits different when you see the full track. Real news. Real news, real talk. Sevvy on the air. If it's fake, if it's fun, yeah, we taking it there. No fear, no fluff, just a sharp, clean cut. When the stream goes live, yeah, you know what's up. So spam that chat, let's get loud, let's begin. Starting soon, fading, now we diving right in. From headlines to heat, yeah, we cover it all. Sevvy's in the building, real talk, no stop. No stop. Clocks ticking, screen glow, chat about to light up. Headlines look wild, yeah, we're about to write up. No scripts, no filter, just truth on the mic. If it's breaking tonight, then we breaking it right. Scrolling through the noise, cut the signal from static. They spin it one way, we go full cinematic. Facts in the fire, yeah, we test what they say. If it don't make sense, we're tearing it away. Chat, pull up, yeah, I see you in the feed. Got the tea, got receipts, got everything you need. No safe takes here, no playing pretend. We say it how it is, yeah, we said what we said. Real news, real talk. Sevvy going live, no cap, no spin, yeah, we cut through the lies. Mic check, truth check, yeah, we locked inside. If it's trending right now, then we're breaking it wide. Tech chat, rolling fast, got opinions on blast. We don't follow the wave, we're ahead of the mass. So sit back, lean in, let the chaos begin. Starting soon scream, but we're about to lock in. Hot takes incoming, yeah, they might sting, but we back it with facts, not the headline fling. Everyone loud, but they saying the same. We ask one question and it breaks the whole frame. From gaming to culture to whatever's at stake. If they twist in the truth, we don't hesitate. Bring the clips, bring the quotes, bring the context too. We don't play telephone, we show it to you. Wait, did they really say that? Nah, run it back, chat, clip that. We don't miss, we don't slack. Truth hits different when you see the full track. Real news. Real news, real talk. Sevvy on the air. If it's fake, if it's fun, yeah, we taking it there. No fear, no fluff, just a sharp, clean cut. When the stream goes live, yeah, you know what's up. So spam that chat, let's get loud, let's begin. Starting soon, fading, now we diving right in. From headlines to heat, yeah, we cover it all. Sevvy's in the building, real talk, no stop. No stop. Yeah.
everybody. Welcome to another show. We are gonna have a Just Chatting stream where we're gonna talk about everything that has been going on and could be happening right down to your doorstep. And I'm here with the one and only Nosaku boy. Hey, Nosaku, how are you?
Hello, I'm doing fine.
That's amazing. That's cool. Let's say hello to chat over here. I see Saw in chat, Caviteno, me, Grimlock over in Kick. So hello, folks over in Kick, and hello everybody in YouTube. I see Saw. Thank you for putting up the link. Much appreciated. Hello, Gerald Lee. How are you? Hello, Justin Blaze. How's it going? Hello, Caviteno. Hello, Ter Crystal. Hello, King Too Tall. Thank you so much for the gold coin. Much appreciated. So, we have a lot to talk about. I don't know if you guys have been keeping up with all the decisions, but so many decisions dropped from the Supreme Court yesterday, and so many also dropped today. Some were good, some were not so good. And maybe we can just start with, I think, like, I'm trying to figure out which one to start, but I think the one I want to start with is the one, oh, why doesn't this show? Hello. There you go. Now I can see it. Hello, Cool Gamer. How are you? Hello, Dylan. Let's start by talking about what is going on. Hello, Matt Funkle. How are you? And hello, Cool Gamer over there. Hello, Buster Voodoo. Did the Supreme Court vote to deport Sevvy? Oh my God. I am a citizen.
They did.
I am.
Gotta stay by only one vote.
Oh my God. I'm a citizen. Come on. Hey, Moss. Some of them are a complete disaster. Yes, we are going to talk about it. Moss, if you have time, you're more than welcome to come and join us as we talk about it. Nobody's buying it. You know what? I still have my passport here. This is my fucking passport. I'm a fucking American. I still have to put it in my safe upstairs. So I'm being lazy. Okay, I've been lazy. As far as I got today is I did laundry. So instead of wearing shorts, I'm wearing like pants. But they're like really cute leggings, I'll say. Nobody's buying it. Oh my God, this is insane. This is
gotta have the air on around now anytime. Anyway.
In your safe. No. Okay, first of all, I lost all my guns in a boating accident, just so that we're clear.
They're gone.
Yeah, they're gone. They're long gone. They're so long gone. They are so long gone. I don't even know exactly what happened to them, but you know, I was in a lake, as it so happens, in Minnesota, and I lost them in a boating accident. So, if there is a question about it, it was not me. I swear, it was not me. Thank you, King Total, for the chili for 6 jewels. Oh my God, look at that chili. That's a really cute chili. I love it. Thank you, Turquoise. You look so cute in braids. I'm wearing ponytails. I'm not wearing braids, but I could braid my hair. You folks can redeem a braid hair in the stream. In Kick, you can braid them. You can redeem a braid hair in there. So, you know, let's first let's like warm up to it. Yeah, like little tiny pigtails. They're not like super big, but oh my God, look in the chat. You can actually see that hot chili. Oh, it's so cute. I did not know that Streamlabs could like show that, like actually shows the sticker of the jewels.
Yeah, usually it's just like a text block.
I know, usually it's, oh look, it's makeup! Oh, makeup brush for 6 jewels. Thank you, King Total. Oh, that is so adorably cute. That is so cute. All right, so let's go over the grift, as I mentioned, just like yesterday. Okay, we hit, for every $50, I will do some squats. When we hit the $100, I will show you guys a picture of my tattoo, like the new one. It looks really cool, in my opinion. We had $200. I will then do a cosplay, but it's called Escape from Hell Fund right now, but that's what it should be. Oh, right, pigtails, my mistake. I'm not a hair expert. Do more tequila shots. Sure, I'll do tequila shots. I'll do a big hefty tequila shot for $20. That's what I'll do.
That's nice.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. So let's talk about guns. Let's start to talk first about guns. Hello, Rockhound Dog, because this was absolutely fun. And of course, let me get it. Let me get it out. Well, I will say this, of course, came from none other than our Midwestern friend, Illinois. Red card for 250 joules. Oh, I love it. Where is my... Is this the right one? This is the right one. Okay. This is the right one. I got it. We're safe. I don't know why I'm saying that we're safe.
Like
Clearly
a
not
fool.
safe.
Like a fool.
We're not safe. This is not safe. Make sure that your guns are safe. Okay, so this is the article that came out today at 11:27 a.m. Hello, Creep. Hello, Mouser. How are you? How are you? ASMR. So this is it. The Supreme Court will consider the right to own assault weapons. Of course, the idea is that the question that's going to be to the Supreme Court is, can a state ban the sale of assault weapons? Before I start reading this article, Nosaku, do you have anything burning that you want to get off your chest?
Not particularly. This does not really faze me all that much. I guess if it doesn't end up being decided the way that I pretty much figure it will be, because I think we've been over this in Bruin before and a couple other cases. A lot of the Supreme Court cases that have been coming up have been curtailing this sort of behavior out of the states. So
yeah,
I don't think this is going to work the way Illinois wants it to. And they've been running schemes. They've had like a licensing scheme going on. They've been trying to do this sort of curtailing shit.
For some reason, this didn't show up. Hold on.
Safe storage is like their new big, like, buzz.
Thank you for the
sort
happy
of measure
poop.
that they're trying to do, and I don't think that's going to go anywhere either.
Yeah. Let's see. Where is this? I'm trying to see what is. Oh, what is this? Yeah. Thank you, King Tutal. Much appreciated. That's awesome. All right, hold on. Let me go back to this screen to make sure I know exactly what the blurb is. It's Twitch alerts. Okay, so it's Twitch alerts. All right. I just want to make sure I'm getting the right one here. Twitch alerts.
I'm not monitoring.
No, you're good. It's just the it's not Twitch alerts. It's like Streamlabs. So when they send the emojis, like the stickers and stuff, it wasn't showing because of that. So I just wanted to make sure I grabbed the right one. Okay. So okay.
Yeah, a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So this is
the actual legal wording of the Second Amendment, Terra Crystal, but you have to bring a case to challenge these sorts of laws and stuff that get set, and if there's like no damages, no court cares. So
yeah, that is.
Once you got manhandled by the cops or there's actual money involved, then they ain't got time for your shit.
Yeah, this is like, I have like dual things because I'm like not paying like, this is just insane. I think I got it right. Hold on, let me remove this
Somali
one.
Day, Independence Day festivities.
I didn't know there was a Somali Day. Can I just leave the country,
Is there rioting
please?
in Minneapolis again?
I don't know. Hopefully not. Oh my God! Did you hear the sirens today?
No, I did not.
Oh, they were going off like crazy. I thought legit there was like a tornado or something because they were happening so much. But it wouldn't surprise me if they did it because of like if they did it because I don't know. They were trying to scare the Somalians out of the state.
No, that's how that works.
Yeah. Wishful thinking.
Everybody knows pirates are afraid of alarms.
Yeah, I know. All right, so the U.S. Supreme Court agreed to consider whether Americans have a constitutional right to own assault rifles. And of course, this article says the popular weapons that have been reportedly been used in mass killings, and I'm assuming that the reason why they
The
use
Glocks, all right.
yeah, I'm assuming the reason why they say this is because it's probably that's the language in the complaint. So if I look at this is the docket for this case, right? It is Cuthberto Viramontes versus Cook County in Illinois. See if I can see the okay. Oh, this is just the stuff that is already up in the Supreme Court. So I would have to look.
Lunatic DL, member for 1 month. Okay, who determines what an assault weapon is? Because one person may say it is, and another person may say it isn't. Well, that's the purpose of
That's
some
a
of
good
these
point.
cases. Is they're trying to set precedent on what identifies what an assault weapon is,
Yeah.
so that the matter of whether to ban it or not can be discussed.
Yeah, let me
So-
let me open up the complaint because the complaint might have. Let me log in. Let me go. Let me just make sure that I can look this up.
My opinion, Sevvy's attitude is an assault weapon. Sometimes.
Oh my god, you guys are nuts. Okay. Bloomberg Law, sign in. Okay, so we go to litigation, docket search. All right.
Assault rifles was a military term originally, and I'm pretty sure all times that it is referenced is in definition of an automatic weapon.
I'm assuming this
Most
came
people don't.
from Illinois and then the 7th Circuit. So let me grab the 7th Circuit. Where is Supreme Court and Appellate and District Courts. Okay, let's go to the District of Illinois. And then the name of the party is, what's his name? Viramontes. All of these at party. And then
Roberto Viramontes.
Cook County. Yep, we got it. I got it. I don't think this is it. I said all of these parties. Viramontes. Okay, let me add.
Phrase an empty shirt. He'll celebrate anything.
Okay, I found it. It's a district court. So it's a district court case. All right, so this is it. This is the docket in the district court. So it started in the Northern District of Illinois. And then let's look at the complaint, because the question is really about, do they define assault weapons, right? I would assume that they would. So let's look.
By Con Air standards, my fists are a deadly assault weapon.
Yeah. Okay. So, Second Amendment in the United States Constitution guarantees a right for the people to keep and bear arms. Under this constitutional provision, citizens such as plaintiffs, blah blah blah, are guaranteed the right to keep common firearms for defense of. So you're saying they're common? Interesting. Okay, maybe there's like something. Okay. So, but defendants
if
have
they
been
are considered common, then this is already defeated, because,
yeah.
like I mentioned Bruin before, there's a couple other cases that have already established precedent that any arm used in common use by the public is covered under, or maybe it was something as specific as in common use by the militia.
So there
in which
we go.
case the Armalite rifle is utilized by pretty much all of our military.
So according to this, it's an ordinance. And the ordinance probably, let me close this. There we go. The ordinance has a definition. This is the ordinance in here. The ordinance has a definition. Assault weapon means a semi-automatic rifle that has the capacity to accept a large capacity magazine, detachable or otherwise, and one or more of the following: a pistol grip without a stock, any feature capable of functioning as a protruding grip, a folding telescopic or thumb hole stock, a shroud attached to the barrel or that partially or completely encircles the barrel, a muzzle brake or a muzzle compressor. Okay? A semi-automatic pistol.
Shroud.
How is a semi-automatic pistol an assault weapon?
Way to fire.
It shouldn't
That's why
be.
semi-automatic is going to be the one thing that's going to be coming up again and again and again.
A semi-automatic should not be an assault rifle. I'm sorry, because if the entire purpose behind this ordinance in Cook County, Illinois, is to make sure that people don't have guns to then commit mass killings. Why are you taking away semi-automatic pistols? Everybody has a semi-automatic pistol.
Because the actual purpose of this is to just disarm citizens. This is to try and eliminate as many firearms in the state as possible.
Oh my god.
Everything is always just done under the aspects of public safety, but...
This is crazy. Hello, Death Star, how are you? And thank you, Deranged Lunatic, by the way. So hopefully this answers your question. This is insane. A semi-automatic shotgun, any shotgun with a revolving cylinder, a conversion kit, part or combination of parts from which an assault weapon can be assembled. If those parts are in possessions, ghost guns. Oh, and then they have a bunch of guns here.
Essentially, anything that isn't using a Mauser lock bolt or a revolver.
Oh, look, they have this. No, okay, I have a Ruger.
Mini 14. Oh, yeah, you shot that at range. It's my little wooden stocked gun.
Oh my god, old Thompson rifles. I hate this ordinance so much. Oh my god. This is a 6 hour.
Does give you...
A 6 hour is an assault.
That's the F-16 though.
Okay, that's true. So
that's their Armalite model. Here's the 550 though. I think that's a pistol.
Smith and Wesson M&P 15.
P15. Yep, that's their Glock knockoff. This is a striker-fired pistol. So
this is everything.
The Uzi Mini carbine, the Uzi model.
Everything. Like, could they just? They basically said any gun whatsoever that is not a revolver.
Yep, anything that ain't a revolver.
Oh look,
ain't a
they have
action.
a P556.
Handgun. Oh, that's the AR pistols, basically.
Yeah.
Which the NFA, I mean, the whole SBR thing's getting dismantled as it is.
Wow. An assault weapon does not include any item that has been made permanently inoperable, okay, or that satisfies the definition of an antique firearm. This is pretty common, but it's basically everything. It's basically everything under the sun. This is basically what it is. It's basically anything under the sun. Oh, this is a
grenade or rocket launcher. When has anybody ever used a grenade or rocket launcher in a mass shooting? When has anybody been able to afford to buy a grenade or a fucking live rocket?
I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna Google this. The price of hold on, the FBI is gonna be in my door. What is the price of a rocket launcher?
There are belt-fed AR uppers, Buster Voodoo.
Oh
the
my
idea
god!
behind them is probably to be utilized with forced resets or binaries.
Oh my god!
Basically anything that's clap dancing around being an actual automatic weapon.
Oh.
But yeah, they don't work so great with a semi-automatic weapon.
Yeah, this is insane. I think a musket. You're probably good with a musket. Yeah, now I'm on the list for searching rocket launcher.
Black powder is an antique firearm, so you can order that online and have it delivered to your door.
Ah, DoorDash it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, the government doesn't consider it a gun. You'd still put lead in a person, though.
I can see now why in the complaint they said a common firearm. Because if you're just using a pistol that just so happens to have a large magazine or it's semi-automatic, I just don't see a semi-automatic being an assault rifle. Like, that's not... If I think assault rifles, I don't think semi-automatic. Like, I understand, like, the fact that you can shoot really quickly, but I just don't see them as being the same. And so many people, I guess, in my assumption, have semi-automatics. That this is just crazy. I don't want to copy this.
You'd be surprised how quick you can work a bolt action, especially something like an Enfield.
This is crazy.
Like,
yeah.
That's why largely they go after magazine size. Ooh, you just don't need all them bullets. Get a double barrel shotgun and shoot it into the air.
Oh my god.
Who cares where it lands?
They had the definition here with the complaint. There I was, like, looking up the ordinance, and they had it right here. All you had to do is just scroll down.
Yeah. 40mm grenade launcher is considered a destructive device, Cavitano. I think technically you can buy a 40mm grenade launcher, which is like the old, what is it, M79, the thump thump?
Yeah. So I like
but
how
getting
they.
grenade for it is going to be completely different story.
Yeah, I like how they say. Let me fix this. Hold on.
Assault is a bullshit term. Yeah. Assault is just something that they heard in military parlance, and they've adopted to mean anything that we find under that. That isn't going to be a wood-stocked single shot bolt action and a revolver.
This is such a good point. The banned semi-automatic rifles, like other semi-automatic firearms, fire only one round for each pull of the trigger. They're not machine guns.
Yep.
I really like this description for sure. I was wondering if they had statistics about how many. There we go. Encounters with criminal intruders in a home are not uncommon. For instance, according to a report by the Department of Justice, household members are present for almost a third of all burglaries, and become victims of violent crimes in more than a quarter of those cases. Studies on the frequency of defensive gun uses in the U.S. have determined that there are up to 2.5 million instances each year in which a civilian uses firearms to defend themselves or their property.
I think it's by FBI statistics of what is actually filed and documented in police reports, and there is like estimates of somewhere around 50 million verified and undocumented times that this comes into action. Yeah.
This is okay. So, by contrast,
an armed society is a polite society.
Yeah, you're not wrong. By contrast, one use that is not so common for the so-called assault rifles is crime. According to a widely cited 2004 study, these arms are used in a small fraction of gun crimes. Oh, even the stuff that they're even like trying to ban is not gonna prevent crime at all.
Nope.
Evidence indicates that under 1% are assault rifles.
Yep. By way of like reports, it's always just like a pistol. It's like a Glock or even a revolver. It's basically anything you can buy out of the back of a van.
Wow.
This is crazy. Things that are going for like $200 to $500 over counter if you got like a clean record, clean quote unquote.
Yeah. So this is what you were saying.
Gun trade and gang activity are largely the largest contributors to this.
Yeah.
Petty armed robbery, liquor store holdups and so forth.
Yeah.
So that's what makes up the majority of the stats, and then you have the very, very high-profile incidences that occur.
Yeah.
To make the news.
So it says, according to FBI statistics in 2009, there were only 364 homicides known to have been committed with rifles of any kind. So 364 compared to 6368 handguns, 1476 with knives or other cutting instruments, 600 with a personal weapon, basically your hands or your feet. So you are more likely to be hit and kicked than somebody grabbing a rifle and then shooting, and 397 with blunt objects. I don't see the purpose behind this at all.
They used a rock. There weren't no guns in them days.
Ma says, I don't have a semi-automatic pistol, completely beyond suspicion.
Yep. According to the news.
I don't know what they're smoking, but there will be, the Supreme Court is going to be hearing this. Yeah, this is in Illinois. The clash could produce, according to this article, a major expansion of gun rights. 11 states and the District of California prohibit what they call assault weapons. Oh, do they really?
Yes.
An interest. Go ahead.
Essentially, just wrote in a bunch of strictures and stuff. That's like, have you ever seen a California compliant AR? It's a goofy looking goddamn thing, but it has to have like a fixed magazine. It must have like a stock. It can't have like a thumb hole stock. It can't have a pistol grip.
Wow.
These designs were never really meant to accommodate that, and so they thought they'd get rid of them, but instead people just designed stuff that would accommodate these design changes that they're demanding.
This is crazy.
Brought stripper clips back, I guess, whatever.
Because I know I was talking to the other day to Shadow Gaming House. Let me see if he's around. And he was like talking about how, like, because he was showing me, he can't show the guns on stream obviously because it's to YouTube. But
Right.
he was showing me all the different things, and then, like, how this gun that looks very much like a rifle is actually considered to be a pistol because of the
Yes.
stock. So
Yeah.
he was
Barrel length,
yeah. So we spent so much time, and he was teaching me on it, and I was like completely fascinated by the entire thing. So it was fascinating.
The pistol brace things are a complete scam. It's like, well, we have this stock that's not a stock, and it's legal for you to use it as a stock, but you can have it on your weapon so long as you never use it as a stock. It's not a stock. It's a stock.
Exactly. Yeah, it was a stock, in my opinion. I was like, you're telling me that just because of this is now considered to be a pistol? And he's like, yep. It's like, that is crazy. That is absolutely crazy.
Yeah, they dismantled like the SBR, like semi-dismantled it. The SBR tax stamp scheme, where it was like you had paid $200, register your gun with the feds, with its like serial number and stuff, and then you can put a stock on a gun with a barrel of a certain length.
Yeah.
But they made a ruling where they've kind of pulled the teeth out of that, where they can't charge you any money for that. It's in violation of the Second Amendment. But unfortunately, then we still have this problem of, well, you have to register it with the feds, and that doesn't make any sense because that's actually illegal.
That makes sense. Yeah, so I thought this was fascinating. I can't wait to see what they do. Hopefully they come out and they say that that law is void. I don't really know. You know, I closed it. Unfortunately, I closed it. I'm trying to figure out what some of the arguments are in the court filing.
I'm not sure what's going on here. He's bringing plaint.
The question is whether or not the Second and 14th Amendment guarantee the right to possess AR-15 platform and similar semi-automatic rifles.
They do. This has already been hashed and rehashed in several different ways, and we have a very convoluted and nonsense system of definition and hoops and various taxes and things now, because you can't actually outright ban any arms. Not even like under the NFA.
Oh, here we go. This is why I'm not scrolling down enough. Okay, so let me look. Hold on. I'm just skipping to the part that we care about. Cook County's ban extends to the most popular rifle in America, which is the AR-15. So I think the question then is on the AR-15. Interesting. I wouldn't have thought that was the one case they were gonna use, because usually keep in mind, usually lawyers shop for cases to take to the Supreme Court. An AR-15 is not gonna sound as good as just a pistol, semi-automatic pistol.
No, it's honestly it's losing its power too. For a long time, for basically the last 30, maybe 20 some odd years, the AR-15's been the poster child for gun control, because it's got the scary shroud. It has a barrel shroud, and not a single gun owner even knows what the hell a barrel shroud is. It's not an actual thing. It's a free floating forearm. It's just a part of the gun that you hold. That's it.
I was gonna ask. I don't even know what it is.
No, it's just the part that goes down along the barrel that you hold on to. The Armalite rifle is assembled.
Buster Buddha says, when will Sevvy be in front of the Supreme Court? Oh my god, guys. Yes, people want guns. To think a young me wanted to live in California once. Did you, Cavitano? Oh my god.
Participate in Hollywood as a writer? Good luck with that.
Yeah. Alright, so I'm looking to see, this is the effect, procedural history. So they filed this lawsuit on August 27, 2021. Let's see. At the time they filed their complaint, the Seventh Circuit precedent foreclosed petitioners' claims, but petitioners sought to have the precedent overturned. Okay. At the county's request, the district declined to grant judgment and instead ordered the parties to engage in discovery. All right. So they survived summary judgment. They went into discovery. Let's see. Oh, motion to dismiss. Sorry, because they went into discovery.
There it is, Bruin.
Yeah, Bruin. First and most importantly, this court decided Bruin, which overturned circuit court precedent that misread Heller to permit an interest balancing form of analysis in Second Amendment suits, established that all Second Amendment challenges must be judged against the same text and history criteria. Second, following Bruin, Illinois passed a statewide assault weapons ban that largely overlaps with Cook counties. For example, it also bans AR-15 platform rifles. And third, following the parties filing and briefing cross motions for summary judgment, the Seventh Circuit issued a decision on several consolidated appeals from a preliminary injunction proceedings challenging this statewide ban. Okay. Bevis concluded that the statewide ban was likely constitutional, purporting to apply Bruin style. So what this means is that they didn't grant preliminary injunction. So if they say it's likely going to be constitutional, and it's not going to be challenged in court, then they're not gonna likely show a preliminary injunction. They're gonna keep the law active. Beginning with the text, however, the Bevis analysis was deeply confused. Although Heller stated that arms in the Second Amendment refers to all instruments that constitute bearable arms, even those not in existence at the time of the founding, including all weapons of offense or armor or of defense. Oh, well, this seems pretty clear cut to me. Not gonna lie.
The Second Amendment was written to be incredibly clear cut.
This seems extremely clear cut.
It is always argued on the semantics of the exact wording of the Second Amendment to try and institute any of this fucking nonsense.
Yeah.
And of course, you can see in Bevis, they're going to let the law stand as it is, and that's because nobody is actually bringing any sort of a suit of damages against this law. Nobody's been fined yet for having an AR-15 or, you know.
Yeah. So the majority failed to apply the definition, and more plainly that, said AR-15s and similar rifles are arms. Rather, it considered the phrase bearable arms to imply additional limitations on the scope of the right, suggesting the phrase must mean more than arms that are transportable or capable of being held, and decided that it must have meant to exclude weapons that may be reserved for military use. That may be reserved?
Now we're arguing the mean definition of a single word in a semantic sense, rather than maybe reserved for military use. It can't possibly mean that, because the difference here between bearable arms to imply limitations on the scope of the right would mean the difference between personal arms and, like, ordnance, like a cannon or something.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. That's insane. So in light of this, they did not need to conduct the historical analysis required by Bruin, but they, it did so anyway, finding that in his view, history also draws a line between military and civilian arms. So this is really what it's going to boil down to.
Nope, used to be able to order machine guns out of the Sears catalog. Wasn't until what?
Yeah.
1930s? When was the NFA written? And even then, it's real murky over the actual legality of how the NFA was passed. Yeah. So that is not a document that has been taken into account. But again, it goes into, they didn't ever actually ban quote unquote military arms. It's just, you have to pay an awful lot of fucking money to own a lot of the shit that's included in the NFA. It
looks like the district courts and the Court of Appeals, as it is, they're not on the same page anyway. So I can see why the Supreme Court decided to.
Can we have a flamethrower? You absolutely can. Flamethrowers are farming equipment. They are not arms technically.
They're farming equipment. The flamethrowers are farming equipment. Oh my god, that's crazy. Yes. Anyway, so that is gonna be, decided. We'll have to wait and see what the Supreme Court does with that. But that's just one of the many things that happened today. Another thing that happened today, which I think we will all have a lot to talk about.
Yep, that is one of their applications busted through the flamethrower locust infestations and commies.
And communists. Hey, they deserve to be burned. Okay, so this is a case that came down today, and it came down exact same way I thought it was gonna come down. The Supreme Court took the position that birthright citizenship was constitutional and that President Trump could not eliminate it by ways of an executive order. This is what really it boils down to. So we'll go through the text. So the U.S. Supreme Court rejected Donald Trump's immigration agenda today, deeming his plan to restrict birthright citizenship to be unconstitutional. So this is the executive order that stop the crookedness that he came up with. Let me just get it out. Hold on. Birthright citizenship executive order. I did not have this up, but give me a second.
Yeah, I don't know what the argument is to this. I don't know the last time I read the 14th Amendment's wordings.
So this is the executive order. A lot of his
kind of the other side of the pendulum, where it's like, we're probably arguing semantics on the right side of things.
So a lot of his executive orders came down on January 20th of 2025. He signed a lot of them. This is one of them. So the executive order is as follows. Okay, yep, you can see it now. Okay.
Yes, I agree, Buster Voodoo. Yeah. The executive order thinks this is not law.
The 14th Amendment states, all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof. So they're born here or naturalized, or they're born or naturalized in the jurisdiction of the United States, are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. Right, so that's the 14th Amendment language. What the executive order says is, here we go. It is the policy of the United States that no department or agency of the United States government shall issue documents recognizing citizenship, like a social security card, for example, or accept documents issued by state, local, or other governments or authorities purporting to recognize United States citizenship to persons. So that would include, like, say, embassies, right? If you're living like in a different country, for example. So the embassy,
naturalized soil or something like that.
Naturalized soil. Natural soil.
We own the ground that the embassy's built on.
Yeah. So when that person's mother was unlawfully present in the United States and the person's father was not a U.S. citizen or a lawful permanent resident at the time of said person's birth. Okay, so again, the mother has to be unlawfully present, so she's illegal. So she's illegal.
Guardians are illegal aliens, but the person's citizenship. That's where I think where the argument for this is going to come in, is that, well, the parents are illegal immigrants. They're not fucking immigrants. They're illegal aliens.
Yeah. They're basically talking about anchor babies.
The anchor baby, essentially, technically by the wording of the 14th, is a citizen of the United States. However, as a minor, they cannot be separated from their guardians. So, you could just send them back across the border until they're 18, in which case they can come back across because they are legally citizens of the United States.
Yeah. Oh, Cool Gamer, member for 5 months. Thank you so much. He says, "Hey, Sevvy, you're awesome, and I like your hair. And you're the best channel ever." Thank you, Cool Gamer. Much appreciated. Hearts to you. Much appreciated. Yeah, I think this is really going towards anchor babies. Dennis has asked me, what is my opinion? I have a personal opinion, and then we'll go over what the case is, and then we'll go over what if I think they got it right or not. My personal opinion is that there should be no such thing as anchor babies. I'm sorry, they shouldn't be. I don't like the fact, and the reason behind this is my personal opinion. This is outside of what the law is, right? Because I can have a personal opinion, and then I'm obligated to follow the law, right? Generally, when you become an attorney, you swear an oath to follow the law, which is why we're granted special powers. So if I could issue a subpoena to, say, Saku Boy, and I would have the power of the court behind my subpoena. I wouldn't do that because if I abuse it, I'll get in trouble and lose my license, right? But it gives you, we become officers of the court when we become lawyers, because we have the power of the court to force people to do things. So, for example, I almost got somebody thrown in jail last week that I think I was talking about, where I was like, I low-key hope that he gets arrested and picked up, you know, but but like, because like we have, and that was, you know, I sent him a subpoena for documents and information, and he refused to give it to me. We went to court. He refused to provide the information to court. The court gave him the court gave him 5 days to give me the information, and he didn't. So when we showed up to court again, I told the judge, I think he's playing games, Your Honor. I think you need to throw the hammer at him. And the judge did, and told him, if you don't give me the information of the documents by 4 p.m., he was going to have the sheriff arrest his ass.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So, hello.
That's for holding a man's feet to the fire.
Vagabond, thank you for the $5, much appreciated. Yeah, so apparently this is like not showing up. Okay, I'll fix the fund in a second. So yeah, so that's really what happened, because you have the power of the court, so you have to follow what the law is. Saying that, in my personal opinion, there should be no such thing as anchor babies, because they drain the resources. So they come into the United States illegally. They grab American jobs. There's a different question altogether about whether or not there is an American that would do such job. That is a completely different question. And my answer to that is, you know what? If no American wants to do that job, there is a process by which you get a foreigner here legally to do that job, and you should follow it. And the reason why you generally have that process and that path to bring a foreigner into the United States. It could be a migrant worker, like say farmers, for example, that come here seasonally. It could be somebody here with a green card with a work visa, for example. It could be under like a program, or it could be for like a training. There are all these legal paths that you could take, right? You could have, it would be H1 B visa, H2, H3 is a training one. You know, you could have like seasonal workers. So just a lot of myriad of ways you could get a foreigner here if there is no American that wants to do the job. And the reason why they don't like to do that, why they don't like to follow through with that, and why I think, in my opinion, they just hire illegal immigrants, is because in order to do that, you have to prove that you offered the job to an American. So they do not like to do that, because they have to post the position for at least a month. They need to provide proof that they posted, who they interviewed, and that no American was qualified to do the job, and that no American wanted to do the job. So a lot fucking cheaper to just hire an illegal immigrant that is asking for low wages, that does a crappy job because they're not trained, that they don't care about their job, they don't care about what they're doing. They're just transient people.
Well, I think bringing this up should probably bring some sort of discussion to the forefront about the exploitation of illegal aliens.
There is,
because
yeah, and they are exploited.
You are not obligated to give them a fair shake because they're not supposed to be here.
Yeah, and they are exploited. So it's
a very cheap, exploitable labor force.
Yeah, it is exploitable. And my answer...
It's kind of against a lot of our laws and ideals, so I don't know why nobody talks about that at all.
Well, you know what? And the way they get... and if somebody is an illegal immigrant, there is something really nifty called a U visa. A U visa. U like umbrella, right? Or Umbreon. Yeah, my favorite Pokemon, Umbreon. And the U visa, it's categorized as a victim of crime. And all you need to do, if there are an illegal immigrant as being oppressed, which could be, which you could prove because, and this has happened before. So U visas are generally granted to many illegal immigrants. I don't know many, but a fair amount.
They are granted.
When they grab their foreign passports so they can't walk away, they pay them really low wages, they put them in dangerous conditions, they have them all sleeping in one room, they don't offer health care, so if they're oppressed to that extent, all they have to do is call up a government agency. Could be the police, it could be the EOC, the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, that investigates employment crimes and charges and complaints, discrimination, harassment, all of that shebang thing there. Could be the Minnesota Department of Human Rights, any government agency, Department of Labor, right? Any government agency you want, Department of Justice. ICE, for all the heat that ICE gets, ICE investigates a lot of trafficking. And if these individuals are helping and aiding an investigation, the government will stamp a petition for them to be here legally under a U visa. So yes, they can be oppressed. That's true. That's what happens when you're cheap labor and you're running shitless. But there's also a process for them to report it and become legal. But they don't do it. Thank you, Heath Nation, for the Sunday for 100 jewels. Heath Nation also sent a soccer trophy for 500 jewels. And Saw member for 10 months. Oh my God. Hi, Sevvy. 2 months away from 1 year. And we are one of the few that allow that. You should not be allowed to have a kid here and then bring people over here. July 11th is my 1 year being sub to you. Thank you so much. Appreciated. Caviteno, do you mind
bringing people over here?
Do you mind doing the math for me, Caviteno, and figuring out how much money folks have done so I can update my tracker? So generally what happens is if you look at the USCIS, which is the immigration agency that regulates everything with immigration, USCIS works very closely with the IRS. They work very closely with the Department of Justice. They work very closely with every single agency, right? And that's one of the things that came into heat earlier in the year was the fact that they had signed an agreement to talk to each other to see who was being paid for taxes that were not being reported to the IRS, because that's how you get them. Tabitha! For $5, can Sevvy repeat everything she just said, but in Spanish? For any illegals watching, of course. Yes, I can. I'll do that. I'm assuming the U visa part of it. Yeah, I'll say it in Spanish. Okay. Si eres un inmigrante ilegal acá en Estados Unidos, lo único que tienes que saber es si tú estás siendo oprimido por tu empleador o por otras personas que te llevaron y te pasaron en la frontera. Puede ser porque agarraron tu pasaporte, puede ser porque agarraron tus formas de identificación, puede ser porque te pusieron en un cuarto muy pequeño donde tenías que dormir con 10 o 15 más personas. Puede ser porque no te están pagando bien y te están pagando nada. Y te están diciendo, ok, no te preocupes, nosotros te vamos a mantener acá. Pero la verdad es que estás siendo oprimido porque las condiciones de cómo tú estás viviendo son tan malas, que son tan oprimidas. Lo único que tienes que saber es que hay una manera en que una persona puede o podría agarrar una visa de inmigración y se llama la visa U, la U. Y bajo la visa U, lo único que tienes que hacer es hablar con una agencia de gobierno. Puede ser la policía, puede ser la EEOC, puede ser el Departamento de Derechos Humanos, puede ser muchas de esas agencias que están allá para ayudar a las personas que trabajan, el trabajador. Puede ser el Departamento de Labor, cualquier de esas agencias. Con tal de que tú estés activamente ayudando una investigación y estés activamente ayudando a que ellos puedan ir en contra de esas personas o esas compañías. ellos pueden estampar tu aplicación para que tú puedas agarrar una visa U. Y es la mejor manera de arreglar un estatus. There you go, Tabitha. Speaking way too fast. She says something. I repeated that whole thing about the U visa. That's what I did. So in case there's anybody there, I really doubt there is any illegal immigrants listening to me, but there you go. There you go. So thank you, King Tutal, for the flower for the 30 jewels. Much appreciated. Thank you, Tabitha. So yeah, so the executive order really focuses on anchor babies. You know, if the person's mother is here illegally and the person's father at the time is not a U.S. citizen or not a lawful permanent resident. And what this means is that if the person's father is on another type of visa that is not either of these two, because there's many type of visas that you could be in, right? As I mentioned before, you could have a J1 visa, which is an exchange student visa. You could have an F1 visa, which is a student visa. It's not an exchange program. Exchange program is only 1 year. You could have an H1B visa, which is for high skilled professionals, like think engineers, doctors, for example. You have H2 visa, which are the lower skilled workers. So like farmers, for example, lower skilled workers going to an H2. It could be an H3 visa, which would be a training program that can be of any duration, not more than 1 year, right? So you could have the father be any of those, right? You could have, or they can be an asylum seeker, you know, and if you have an asylum seeker, you're not a lawful permanent resident, you're not a citizen. They could be under a TPS, which is a temporary protected status. Right now, a lot of those are being being rescinded, so they might not be here for very long. So it could be under TPS status. It could be about many different statuses. So the mother is here illegally and the father is not a citizen or a green card holder. Then they're an anchor baby. When the mother's presence is lawful but temporary, so like I mentioned before, student or worker under like a temporary worker, all the age numbers that I mentioned, the E numbers, E1, 2, 3, 4, right? The J1, the F1s, so all of those numbers, all the myriad of the alphabet soup that you can think of, which are not being a green card holder. The E numbers are asylum, so asylum seeking folks, right? So there could be many of those. So if they're here lawfully, but temporary, because again, they're not a citizen and they're not a green card holder. You're only here permanently if you're a permanent green card holder or you're a citizen. And the person's father was not a citizen or a lawful permanent resident. Okay, same thing. Then at that point, for any persons that are born after 30 days of the date of this order, which was January 20th of 2025, then you are according to this, not a citizen. You cannot be an anchor baby. So what does an anchor baby mean? An anchor baby, this is not the case that we're talking about. I have to go back to what we're discussing. This one. There we go. I have too many tabs. So an anchor baby.
Fucked up, Gary.
I know. An anchor. Yeah, Sevvy's talking in. Let's see. No. I like Spanish, Sevvy. Thank you, Dylan. Much appreciated. Sevvy Telemundo channel coming soon. Yeah. So an anchor baby is when a baby is born from people that are here temporarily, either they're legal or not, because they could be an anchor babies when you're here as a student, for example, right? They're not here permanently.
But under the wording of the 14th Amendment, the child itself is technically an American citizen. Yeah,
because they're born on U.S. soil, right? That's the main thing, or in a U.S. jurisdiction, something like Puerto Rico, right? For example, right. Puerto Rico. Yeah. So what happens is, if you look at USCIS, once that child becomes 18 years old, then that child can ask to bring to the United States or make their parents, or I don't think sisters or brothers are included. I think it's parents I don't know if it counts grandparents or not. I don't.
I think only immediate guardians.
Yeah, I think it's
maybe siblings.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's siblings.
Maybe
Sorry.
your immediate.
Yeah, generally when I
immediate
do
blood-related family.
Thank you, Cavitino. And did you count the memberships too, please? And the Vagabonds super chat as well. So the when you look at, yeah, that's not the type of immigration law I do. The type of immigration law I do has to do with
Labor-related.
employment. yeah, it's employment. And I know when I was in law school, I helped a lot, like trying to figure out the whole thing about U visas and then how people would be able to like maneuver the system. Because when you're a law student, you do any type of job for experience, right? So I help with district courts and like focusing on that area too, because I spoke Spanish, so I was a plus. That's generally where they put me. So
yes.
So again, so they turn 18. Once they turn 18, they can ask for some family members, and for them to become green card holders, for them to be here permanently with a green card, and potential avenue towards becoming a citizen, right? That's why it becomes such a big deal, because generally when you look at the Constitution and the rights that are given to immigrants versus green card holders versus naturalized citizens versus actually born citizens, the rights that they get are different, right? Depending on what category you're in. So there are 4 types of, like you could say 4 rated type of citizens that you could get, right? So you're treated differently by the box that you're in. So it makes a big difference. It does make a big difference. So it does make a big difference. So the Supreme Court looked at that executive order that we just got done talking about, and they said the executive order was unconstitutional, and it was a divided court that said this. It was a divided court that said this. It was 6-3. The one member of the majority, Kavanaugh, said he disagreed with the court's constitutional analysis and would have instead thrown out the executive order as violating a federal statute. Trump sought to minimize the ruling, saying on social media that we could easily make it up in Congress through legislation. Well, I mean, you would need to change the Constitution. Kavanaugh's ruling tried to offer a roadmap for Congress to do that by amending the immigration laws, though it is far from clear the high court majority would uphold that step, because again, you need to change the Constitution. If you want to do something like that, that means you have to change the 14th Amendment.
Well, you have to amend the Constitution to address the 14th Amendment.
Correct.
We cannot remove amendments. We can only make new amendments to change what the other amendments mean.
Correct.
So there's still an amendment in the Constitution that says all booze is illegal, and then there's an amendment after that says no, it's not.
Yeah. Yes, that is true. That is true. The Justice Department said on social media that it will prioritize the prosecutions of birth tourism schemes across the country. Among other tools, the department can prosecute people who lie on their visa applications about why they're coming to the U.S. Yes, this is something that they could do. And this is something that they could do. So, and this is generally the major Supreme Court decisions this term. And I think this is mostly related to the executive orders. So, limited use of voting rights, by election, drawing by election maps. The global tariffs rule is here. The TPS, power to end the protected status from people across many different countries, that came out for President Trump. It made sense that ruling came out that way, in my opinion. It made sense. Yeah. So this is generally how it is. So Justice Clarence Thomas, Alito, and Gorsuch dissented. The court has repurposed the 14th Amendment to protect its own set of preferred rights that the Reconstruction Congress never contemplated, and this is what Thomas said, and could not find support in its text. Justices Barrett, Sotomayor, Kagan, and Brown Jackson joined Roberts' majority opinion. I'm surprised that Roberts ruled this way, actually. The court's decision reaffirms a fundamental American promise. This is from the ACLU, because of course the ACLU would say this. If you're born here,
Roberts.
you're a citizen. Yeah. A president cannot change the Constitution by an executive fiat. Yeah, that was the problem.
Correct.
I don't think that's the right way to change the Constitution. I did not see this being legal, regardless of my personal feelings on the matter, because that's what the Constitution says. That's how it has been interpreted for eons. So you can't change the interpretation of it via an executive order just because you want to. I think that, pay attention to the chat. You have a challenge from an official Kick channel. Oh, thank you. I am not gonna play that. Thank you, Wasabuda, for letting me know. The Kick bots have been going around to so many different accounts telling everybody, hey, play this game. But we're doing this today, so we're not playing that game. No, you're not talking. I am listening to what you're saying. Basabudu, let me just look. So I gotta be clear, if I knock up an illegal chick, I gotta get her out of the country before she poops out the kid. Well, because it was held unconstitutional, I think you're fine. You don't need to have her leave the country. Yeah. The court's not gonna do that. They will say that, yeah, for sure. She has been ignorancing her brain. Thank you. Yeah, so it is pretty interesting for sure. It's pretty fascinating. So this is the decision. I think this is the right one. Yeah, because I think I opened them right next to each other. Yeah. So the question presented is whether the Constitution guarantees citizenship to children born, or should we just look at the other article? I'm trying to think what would be the best. Because I think the article covered the decision pretty quickly, so pretty well. So unless somebody has a question about it, we don't have to read it.
Nope.
I don't see.
You stand why they ruled the way they did.
Yeah. Hello, it's Chewy. How are you? All right. So this is the article on Justice Thomas offer dueling history of citizenship right. So do you see what I see?
No, what are you looking
First sentence.
Supreme Court's 2 black justices.
Yes! Why do you have to point out that they're black?
Black's also capitalized.
Oh, why do they have to point? Like, I have a feeling that all these articles right now are very left-leaning. They say Trump instead of President Trump. I thought that was a slight, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And now they point out that these justices are black. It's like, oh, wow.
Yeah, this is Bloomberg. This is definitely biased.
It is so biased. Oh. Okay, so the Supreme Court 2 black justices, okay, offered markedly different origin stories for the 14th Amendment as the divided court struck down President Donald Trump's attempt to redefine the constitutional guarantee of birthright citizenship. Well, at least they said President Trump in that. Justice Thomas wrote a 90-page dissent. Well, we're not reading that. Let me tell you that. 90 pages? I'm not reading that. Yeah, not reading that. Okay. Joined by Justice Gorsuch, argued the amendment enacted in the wake of the Civil War was focused on securing the equal rights for the freed blacks. It had been since repurposed, he wrote, to grant citizenship to children of illegal immigrants and temporary visitors.
Mm-hmm.
Is this correct?
Yes.
Is this correct? But was it written?
Yes.
Oh,
yes, it is. This is why it was written.
Know that.
But it was worded in such a way that now it can easily be exploited in this manner. Just when it is doing that is when it is time to write a new amendment to the United States Constitution.
Wow, this is crazy. All right, I'm gonna fix the chat thing in the meantime. Give me a second here. That's insane. All right, so I got 1, 2, 3 memberships, which are 2 elite flamethrower squad. So that's $10. One that is 5. That's 15. $10, 15. That is $25. Live chat. Okay. Oh, how did I do this? Okay. Widget.
I'll be right back.
Okay, alright. And there we go. Oh, you know what? I think I know what happened. I think it's like grabbing the wrong one. That's why it's being weird. Okay. Alright. Goal. Start goal. That's why it's being weird. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we got 25, and then Cavitano said, oh, 34, thank you, and 10, so it's about 51. Thank you so much, Cavitano, much appreciated. All right. Save, and then let me update this one. There we go, 51. That means that we got, oh, what did I say was gonna happen with the $50? I said the $50 was gonna be squats, and I said I was gonna do a shot. No, you got. I'll do the shot instead of the squats. You guys, I will do the shot instead of the squats. Let's do that. Let me do the shot instead of the squats. And let's do tequila. All right. We are doing tequila. Yeah, 90 pages. That's a huge amount. That is a huge, insane amount for sure. All right. We are doing the shot instead of the squats, so cheers to you guys. Once we get to 100, I'll show you guys the tattoo. 7 squats. You want squats, but I already poured the tequila. All right, I'll do the tequila, and I'll. You guys want me to do squats? Okay, if you do, let me know in chat. No salt, but do you? Oh, tequila. No salt, but do you have limes? I do, but not here. I'll have to put you guys in your back screen before I do that. But we'll just drink it like this for now. So cheers, chat. Oh my god.
Oh,
Woof. Okay, we got to $51, so I took the shot instead of doing the squats. Oof. Okay.
kind of tequila is it?
Oh, it's let me look. Oh, he burns. Jose Cuervo.
Cuervo. Ugh.
Yeah, that's the only one I have here.
Ugh, you can get hornitos.
Oh, that's a good one. Drink it all. Oh my god. All right, I'm gonna do my best. Oh, this would be way better with limes. Can I leave you here while I go get some limes? Yeah, I'll get some salt and limes. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Well. Just us. Go get some limes. Yeah. I mean, vodka, drinking it neat is one thing, but tequila, no, I don't think I ever would. I have, and I don't think I've ever enjoyed it. Cheers to Anchor Baby. He's the only reason that Sevvy's legally allowed in the United States. Well, it's too bad, Anthony. I'm the only one around. It's my fave. Tequila, I haven't. I'll be dancing on the bar.
All right, I'm back. Why is chat saying not this guy again? What did you do, Nosaku?
No, I definitely wasn't inciting them to riot. That's absolutely not what happened.
Yeah, right. Alright, I got the salt and I got the lime. Alright. Vodka is my favorite. Vodka is my favorite as well. Okay, so I got salt. I got the lime. Do you do the salt first or you do the salt first, right? And then the lime and then the shot,
You do
right?
the salt, you take the shot, and then the lime.
Okay. Alright, we'll do that. Okay. That was way better. Hello, Dwayne! Look, Pasibudo, I said it right. I said Dwayne! Oh my god. Salt first. Yeah. That's what I did. That's what I did. Alright. So once we get to 100, I'll show you guys a picture of the tattoo, which looks so cool. It looks so good. I'm like really proud of it, actually. Really proud of it. Sevvy, when you get moonshine cherries, there's a cocktail recipe. Oh, I'm so excited for that. I have some other stuff I'm going to show too that I got as well. So I'm waiting to get your package, Terra Crystal, and then I'll do an unpacking. Dwayne says, right now I'm in Greece, city of Athens. Oh, that is so cool. Hello, Dwayne. Welcome. Thank you for being here from Greece. That's amazing. She didn't make the face, but the lime squirt on the camera. Did it? Oh my god, I'm sorry about that. I don't see it. Ah. Did it? All right. Hold on. Let me check.
Shot.
Let me check. There we go. Hopefully it's good now. Hopefully it's good now. All right. Hopefully it should be good. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. All right. Oh, just teasing. Oh my! You made me get up and like clean the camera. Oh my god. Oh no! During President George Bush term, acute. Oh my god! You can tell like that shot hit me. Oh my god.
Lightweight.
Can you read that, please?
During President George Bush term, a Cuban father asked for his son was born in Florida, I think. I don't remember where the mother was that the government stepped in and deported the child. Oh, okay. So yeah, they didn't let him be an anchor baby.
Yeah. Oh my god.
To
Okay.
Cuba where the father was at. Oh, okay. So they didn't know where his mother was, so they sent him back to his father. That's what I said. Like, they should still have the right to deport the illegal guardians, and then their child has to go with them because they're a minor. And then when they turn 18, I guess they could just come back across the border.
Exactly. But anyway, so this is I went to the wrong camera. I went to the gaming one instead of this one. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm struggling today, guys.
Go home, Sevvy.
Is anyone remember at that? Thank you, Dwayne. Thank you for liking the stream. By the way, again, if we get $20 for a shot, we get to $100. I will show you guys a picture of my really awesome tattoo because it is really amazing. I'm so proud of it. Like, no joke, it looks really good. I'm really, like, I hope that we can get to that goal so I can show you guys because I'm really proud of it. I'm super proud of it. That was a little unintentional fan service. What did I do? Like, this shirt doesn't show anything. Like, this, like of all the tank tops I worn, like, Nosaku, back me up on this. Of all the tank tops I worn, this is like really conservative.
Yeah, a lot of times it looks like you're not wearing a tank top at all with the way you have your hair over the front.
I know, and some of my other tank tops are like way like looser because I like
the mermaid thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and some of the tank tops I wear are like a lot looser because I like baggy clothes sometimes, so, like I'm swimming on it, so they end up being like way down here, and I'm usually like worried of like, oh, hopefully I don't flash anybody. So this is like I did laundry today, folks. So you guys got like my other clothes that I didn't do laundry. I got teased today. I got teased today. Like somebody asked me like, oh, how often do you do laundry? And I was like, every week. And they're like, that doesn't bode well for you.
Smell?
No, they no, they weren't smelling me. Because I was talking about how I was doing laundry, and they were just criticizing me because apparently I don't do laundry enough, even though once
Well,
a
you do
week seems
laundry like
pretty
a man.
legit. See, I do actually, because it was PG-13. Yeah, exactly, Anthony. Anyway, because I do because when I do laundry, I just put everything in it. I don't separate it by color.
Because I don't fucking care.
Yeah, I don't separate it by color or anything like that. Like, for example, I grab my blanket, my Venom blanket. I grab a bunch of clothes, like white clothes, black clothes, blue clothes, red clothes. Just put it all in. Just like socks and everything. Just put it all in. Just shoved it in the laundry machine. It's like, it'll work. It'll work. It'll be fine.
Sevvy uses Dawn dish soap to wash clothes.
Saving for the torchlit cosplay, Sevvy.
I hope not.
Yeah. Once a week too. Well, thank you, Dennis. Thank you. Like, how much are you supposed to do laundry that, like, I'm being told I don't do laundry enough? It's like once a week seems enough. I just put everything and shove it into the washer. It's like I don't think I need to do much more than that. I put it on too. Yeah, let's go. We're winning here. We are winning. I just buy new
These are all
clothes.
size, Sevvy.
I don't watch them. Okay, no joke. You guys want to hear something really funny?
You treat your clothes like a girl would treat them.
You guys want to know something really, really funny? My dad. No. This is so hilarious. Yeah, I have a Venom blanket. It's the most comfortable blanket ever. My dad does not wash his socks.
What?
He just throws them away. One time use.
Why?
One time fucking use.
I wonder if there's a market for that.
He just wears socks, gets done for the day, and chucks the socks. He doesn't wear them again. He doesn't even bother like washing them or anything. Like, I don't understand.
He's got a thing about feet.
I don't like.
Touch
It's just
my feet because you burn them.
my mind is just like mind blown. I don't understand
They walk away by
the
themselves.
rationale behind that. What brand does he use? He just buys like the super cheap socks in Amazon in bulk. And I think
a lot of socks go through here.
Mm-hmm.
And 365 pairs of socks.
Yeah, because I think that the reason why he does it this way is because he's so paranoid about getting any type of fungus in his socks or anything.
Yeah,
that's
what I said. He's got a thing about his feet.
Yeah, he has a thing about his feet. So for him, it's like way cleaner for him to like do that. And he's the type that will take a shower every single day.
Right.
I don't take a shower every day.
Sort of neuroticism. Yeah, I understand that.
He judges me so much because I don't take a shower every day.
Doubt.
He judges me all the time. You know, the other day he was judging me because of the amount of wine and alcohol that I consume.
Wow.
And he like
going nowhere.
I think I told yeah. No, they're my Hello Kitty socks. They're mine. So this is the thing. So he because like of course he's here, so of course he's basically my maid now. He's my bitch. You know? So he was cleaning.
Still there?
I don't know.
My mom leaving.
No, my mom left. My dad stayed.
You just left your dad there.
Yeah, my dad is still here. So he's like cleaning, and he basically threw away a bunch of my wine bottles. And then after he made this comment, I called my mom and bitched about him. So then he stopped cleaning my streaming room, which means I have to now clean it, which is unfortunate for me.
Oh,
but
no.
yeah, but he basically when I was like I made an order for like a bunch of wine like on a Wednesday, so I could have wine for like Friday and Saturday and Sunday and stuff. So I usually like to have extra wine just in case, you know. I like my alcohol. And he sat me down. He's like, I need to talk to you. I was like, okay, what's up? And he's like, is your work let me just be big screen for this. He said, is your work okay with you drinking in the evenings?
I think you've told this story before.
Yeah. And my reply was like, first of all, I'm buying stuff not for today. I don't drink every day, so thank you, Dad, for that. Second of all, yes, I'm pretty sure they're okay with that because they don't get to tell me what I do on my personal time at all. You know, and when I complained about it to my work, the office manager said, maybe you should point out that like we gave you a firm alcohol wine. So my law firm actually has like their own alcohol wine that they send to people, and then they give us at the end of the year. So, but it's red, and I don't like red wine, so I don't drink it. So, Nosaku, if you want it, you're more than welcome to grab it.
Yes, I think that's more along the lines of I'll drink anything, but I'm not particularly partial to red wine either.
I don't like red wine. I don't. It's so thick. It's gross.
Is it like actual like red wine, or is it like table wine?
It's like good red wine, because one of the partners is like a super snobbable wine.
Okay.
I don't have a drinking problem. I have a Diet Coke problem. Yes, I do. You know how much... Nosako and I were talking about this before the stream. You know how much wine I generally... Not wine. How much Diet Coke I drink every day? Okay, today I drank... Let me think.
Sevvy's up to 2 cases a day.
Let's see.
Stress is getting to her.
Well, work gives me free Diet Coke, which is a problem. That's the thing.
Oh yeah, that is a huge problem. That's not good.
No, we have a large fridge that they stock with just like Diet Coke and bubbly and water and a bunch of shit.
No.
So I requested lime bubbly water, but so I go between bubbly water and Diet Coke. But generally, let me think. Generally on a day, I think on average, I drink, let me think.
The more she's drink, the drunker she gets. She's a squinty drunk.
I would say one day I maybe drink 5 cans of Diet Coke.
Oh, that is a lot. That is a 6-pack. You are an addict. Shame on you.
Help me, chat. Help me. No, I don't drink 20 cans. What are you saying? No.
I made that joke. I was like, she's up to 2 cases a day.
I'm not eating a tennis ball. It's a lime. I just did my shot, Buster Voodoo. You missed it. I drank tequila and you missed it. I'm
She's
so
doing
sad.
dog play, Buster Voodoo. Where have you been?
Hey, Leon
Words of Paradise rated with 9 viewers.
Thank you, Leon, for the raid. No, not 20 cans of Diet Coke. Does he wear ankle socks? Cavitano, I don't think he does. I don't think he does. Sevvy's eyes get thinner the more she drinks. Yeah, okay. Pops fizzy soda. I do like, yeah, that's true. What do you expect? What do you expect, people? What do you expect? Thank you, Leon, for the raid. Much appreciated. Also, thank you, Leon, for becoming a member in Kick. I did not realize this yesterday. Anthony, why do you have to
Apparently
rat
he
me
didn't realize
out?
he wasn't a member either.
Why do you have to rat me out, Anthony? I thought we were friends. I thought we were friends.
It's kind of easy to tell. We took a shot of tequila and were immediately derailed.
Derailed. All right, we'll get back to the. I chose the wrong scene again. No. Oh my god. Here we go. We're back to normal. Whew. Concentrating now.
Drunk said, go home.
I salute your father even more for drinking Diet Coke. Dennis! No! Oh my god.
Likes him.
Listen.
Oh god, here we go.
Listen. We're gonna go full screen on this. Like, listen.
This is deja vu. Swear to God, I was sitting here.
Listen. Dennis. We're gonna have a discussion about this, okay? We're gonna have a discussion about this. My dad drank my fucking Diet Coke, okay? He fucking crossed the line. You know, there's a line that you don't cross, and he jumped over it. So you know what I did? I called my mom.
With no socks on.
I called my mom. So I was the one who ended up laughing last because you know what my mom did?
Yelled at him over the phone.
She yelled at him non-stop. It was glorious. Glorious. It was perfect. It was perfection. She yelled at him. You know, like you think about like a really bad like telenovela, right? With like
Where he's like holding the receiver like a foot away from his ear, and you can still hear her yelling at him.
Yeah, exactly. She went full nuclear on his ass, and so much so that like he told my mom, "I will buy my own Diet Coke." It was
the last soda on several occasions. King Tuto.
Yeah, yeah. Otherwise, I wouldn't have noticed if it was not the last soda, and then I had no more Diet Coke, and I was so mad, and then like complaining about it, about how like I have no Diet Coke, and then this is what crossed the line. This is what made me really mad. What motivated me to call my mom was the fact that I was complaining how I fucking ran out of Diet Coke, and I don't understand how.
Not in Sevvy's household, like, Buster Voodoo.
And then he's like, "Oh, I have some Diet Coke that I took that I put in my bedroom."
Okay,
little
smart
bitch. A little bitch stole from my Diet Coke pile
Diet Coke.
to take to his
bedroom.
bedroom.
When you're drinking 3 cases a day, Sevvy, it's 36 cans. It's an awful lot to go through.
You know, I'm just helping the Coca-Cola family. That's because they obviously need my help. It's all about Diet Coke.
Sevvy is a Coke addict. Yes, technically it does mean Sevvy is a Coke addict.
Oh my god, guys, I'm so insane. Sevvy's dad needs to remember that he's the head of the household. No, Buster Voodoo, he does not. Although technically he is, because my mom doesn't work. My mom was just pretty. That's all she did. Her entire criteria for existing was just to be pretty.
You own that house, though.
She did. She was a bitch. She's like, yeah,
no,
of course.
You own your house.
Oh yeah, it is my house. Yeah, it's in my name. It's my house. But yeah, but just generally between my mom and my dad. My dad technically was the breadwinner, but I think my dad let my mom get away with so much shit because he didn't want to lose her.
Tale as old as time.
Yeah. Oh my god, Buster Voodoo, why are you doing this? Buster Voodoo, why are you? I thought you were on my side, Buster Voodoo. What is going on? He says, Leon, if you let her get away with this kind of nonsense, this will not last. UFO, where's my Diet Coke? You got ganked. Click. Yeah, it was bad. Anyway, so that is what happened. That is what happened with my Diet Coke. Anyway, going back to this.
Properly. You can be you, Buster.
As we were saying, hey Dan, if you're editing this, sorry, this is where you can start again. Sorry for the whole diatribe. Dan is my editor. Okay, so Justice Thomas, Justice Thomas wrote a 90-page set. I know. He yelled at me over. He was cutting some videos for me. He's like, so one of my videos is coming out tomorrow, guys. And he was really nice, so he didn't yell at me. He's nice. Dan is nice, but he also was like, I don't know what to do about you going on diatribe so much. And I was like, I'm sorry.
Stop derailing, Sevvy.
Justice Thomas. King Tuto, come on.
She murdered Leon's personal life.
You know, Anthony, that is what Leon said. He said, I did. I murdered his personal life, and that's true. I did. I cut it into little pieces, chopped it up.
Yet just the latest victim.
Oh my god. I did not. I only have one shot of tequila. $20 more, I'll have another one. I am
She's
a lightweight.
5'3", guys.
Yeah, I'm 5'3". I'm a really small girl, guys.
Took a shot of tequila.
Yeah, do you realize how much weight I've lost? Well, no, Saku, you'll see it when you see me again. Because last time you saw me was a few months ago, I think.
I think you saw some photos. I don't think I've seen you since the Renaissance Fair last year.
Yeah.
No, October?
Yeah, since last year, I probably lost like 40 pounds.
Jeez.
Yeah. I lost a lot of weight. So yes, of course I'm gonna be like, well, come on. Okay, you know what? Before I fucking forget,
I can make it to the sentence without forgetting.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna look for your name, no Saka boy, because that's the first. Okay, here we go. Okay. Are we good for September? If so, okay. Let's. I'll pick a date. On Saturday. Okay, and then
Dan's rolling in his soon-to-be grave.
yeah. All right, and then who came last time to the? It was me, Fantastic, and then
I don't think the fox would get her eye to eye with King Tootle. You need a step ladder.
Darth Dave. Let's see. Create a message. Okay, you guys want
Midwest
to?
gang.
Yeah, want. Oh, hold on. Invite to group DM. Kyo was in the Midwest ad. Okay, you guys want to go gun blasting? Okay, there you go. Before I forget, there you go. Now I can. I forget about so many things. That's the most. What percentage body weight have you lost? Probably way more than that. Master Voodoo, because I've actually also gained a lot of muscle, so I'm like actually pretty toned, which is pretty cool because like you can see like some of my muscles way better than that. I was the other day, who was I talking? I was talking to somebody at work, and I was like, it's pretty insane because like before I used to be like, oh, I hate my legs. I really don't like my legs because like I just didn't think they look great or anything, but now they look so good. Because it's like now it's just like super toned and stuff, so it looks pretty good. God blessing, yeah. So yeah, I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. But yeah, no. If we get to $100, you guys will see. You guys will see. I'm super proud. I'm super proud of the work that I've done. But I'm excited. It'll be fun. I'm 6'5". I have to get a box to talk to you eye to eye. I'm 5'3". I'm really short and I'm pretty small.
Ladder. Give me the step ladder.
$10 for her to flex like LOU? What's an LOU?
Lou Ferrigno.
What is that?
Played the Incredible Hulk. Back in like the, what is it, 60s, 70s? He was a famous bodybuilder. Lou Ferrigno. He was in Bloodsport with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Oh, okay, got it. Buster Buddhist.
She's like Arnold Schwarzenegger. She's jacked.
So if your legs are so good, let's see them. No homo. I don't think they would mean you're no homo if you want to see a girl's legs. Just putting it out there.
Because says Sevvy's a lesbian. That still doesn't add up, Buster Voodoo.
All of my shorts are currently being. I think they're done with the washer and dryer. But I'm currently wearing leggings. I'm wearing leggings right now. She has better legs than Ellen Page.
For them to see you in skin tight.
Maybe I'm a chick, you don't know. Yeah. I actually had.
Chick, I guess so.
I actually had like I think I posted a picture. Let me pull it up on Instagram. Actually, I don't know if I did
because I'm getting deja vu again. Well, hello there, Kim Kardashian.
I know. Did I post it? No. Oh, I don't think I did. I
warned you before. Scrolling is going to be a loser's game. You're not going to find anything.
That's so true. That is so true. That is so incredibly true. That is so incredibly true. That means I have to go through my phone and then figure it out. She's happy for some reason.
This is scrolling in the same sense.
Okay, Sevvy, we saw your foot. Okay, I was showing my leggings, not my foot. I was showing my leggings, not my foot, Anthony. So just forget you saw my foot.
She's feet baiting.
Oh my god, no, I'm not doing that. Okay, I'm just gonna look at my phone and then look for the picture. It's gonna be the easiest way to go about it.
It'd be the same thing, Sevvy.
It is infinite scrolling.
Instagram is just where you put all your pictures publicly.
I do have way more pictures on my phone.
It's even worse. You're not gonna find anything.
All right. Okay.
Feet.
Back to this.
Legs.
Oh wow, Buster Voodoo, come on.
That's Sevvy feet. Wow, I actually drew a line there, Buster Voodoo.
I know. All right. Okay, so we're back to this. So Dan, if you're listening, this is where you start. Okay. So Justice Thomas wrote a 90-page dissent, joined by Justice Gorsuch, argued in the amendment. Yeah, so we talked about this. The equal rights for free blacks. I did not know this was a thing.
You didn't know where the 14th Amendment came from.
Wait, what? Chair Crystal? What? Did I really show my legs at the pool party in Orlando? You mean when I was in the pool? I tried pretty sure. I was trying really hard not to show anything because I was wearing like this. Like I wore a shirt over like the bathing suit that I was wearing and everything.
Well, it's not like it would have been anything exactly blatant, but would have been at like an angle.
Maybe. Dan, for the second time, this is where you won't be starting. This is so accurate.
Dan,
I'm sorry,
we're not staying on subject here.
Dan, I'm so sorry. And I told him too I was gonna record it, and I forgot to record it, so now I'm gonna have to download it from YouTube.
Such a great idea. Ending slavery? Yeah, slavery's evil. You can go ahead and say whatever you want about fatigue nowadays, but nope, I'm never going to argue against freeing the slaves.
Oh god, I don't have chicken legs. Okay,
Sevvy,
you know what?
You have a bikini. Sevvy probably has several bikinis.
I have many bikinis. You know what? Because you said I have chicken legs. Now I'm gonna look for it.
And she's got goatee legs. Got a little goat hoof. She's a devil.
Oh my god, I'm not a devil. Are you kidding me? I mean,
I don't know. What's your profession, Sevvy?
I'm a lawyer. Lawyers are the best people. No, lawyers are the best people. We keep people away from the devil.
I'm gonna get banned after the stream. If we keep Buster Voodoo around King Too Tall, I think you're fine.
No, you're fine. You're good. You're good. I give people a lot of leeway. You're fine. Let me look for. What is this? Fuck. Wait. No. Chicken legs. I don't have fucking chicken legs. Like, this is why we're derailing the stream.
We're off subject here. I don't think we're getting back to the
Dan.
news.
No, we'll get back to it eventually. Oh my god, I can't find this. I cannot find this for the life of me.
I just completely derailed.
Yeah,
no,
it is.
I told you before. This is deja vu for me now.
All right,
you're not finding anything on your feed, Sevvy.
There you go.
You have way too many pictures of yourself.
There you go. These are not fucking chicken legs. They're very proportional and they're muscular, as you can tell. As you can tell, damn it. Yeah. Oh, God.
Yeah, that's... Shut.
No. All right. Anyway, we're back to the discussion. Okay.
What's the discussion about, Sevvy?
Birthright citizenship and how Justice Thomas disagreed because he said the purpose of the 14th Amendment, it's the 14th, the 14th Amendment was to free blacks and have blacks be citizens.
It was to guarantee them citizenship rights after they were freed.
Yeah, after they were freed. So Justice Brown Jackson joined the majority but wrote separately to assail Thomas' opinion, which she argued failed to understand the universalist approach of the 14th Amendment Citizenship Clause, which says people born in the U.S. are subject to the jurisdiction thereof, are citizens of the United States.
Just like how the Second Amendment says arms means all arms. So any sort of argument that you're making against somebody's right to citizenship if they are born in this country is a semantic one, and thus technically is not going to mean anything unless Congress passes another amendment. Yeah.
So basically the entire argument here is that the 14th Amendment clearly states, based on the language of the text, that if you are born in U.S. soil or under U.S. jurisdiction, then they are a citizen, and you cannot change that unless you create a new amendment to the Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kentucky Jackson Brown is the most embarrassing phrase in the history of our nation. Yeah, I'm not too hot on our composition of the Supreme Court either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's the birthright citizenship. I did think that they were gonna come down this way. What about you, Nosaku? Did you think they were gonna come down this way as well?
They have to. I mean, I guess they could technically interpret it in a certain way, but given the letter of the law, the 14th Amendment is stated, they cannot do this. It's basically any sort of executive order that's given out like this, to the point where it's like, well, okay, this policy is just going to be ignored whenever it comes around, and even its enforcement is going to be very questionable and kind of shrug-like, because Biden had like a shitload of stupid executive orders that never came to any sort of fruition and never saw any sort of legal action taken at any point in time. So it's kind of just a political gesture at this point.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to change the law. I agree with you, Anthony. I think at this point, they had to follow the letter of the law. And the fact that Justice Roberts, which is a Republican appointee, agreed with the liberal folks is very, very telling. Justice Roberts tends to be more of a conservative justice. So the fact that he went this way is, I think, very telling.
Well, what I think is the reason that he sided with them is because it's not the Supreme Court's jurisdiction to be deciding this exactly. Congress has to act and make some sort of law or amend the Constitution. They're actually the ruling power. They actually have to fucking do something. Yeah. They want to get there on this. Otherwise, the Supreme Court's just going to say, yep, according to the letter of the law, the 14th Amendment, no, Trump can't do this.
Yep. What is this? Oh, this is the executive order. Okay. I was trying to figure out what I was looking at. All right. And then, well, let's talk about this. So Supreme Court, this is the next decision from yesterday. Supreme Court lets the states ban trans athletes in female teams. I think this is a huge win.
Yeah. Yeah, the way forward is we have to recognize this as a mental illness and actually get people help instead of humoring the delusion that hurts everybody in society as a whole.
Yeah. This is the thing. This is my personal opinion. My personal opinion is that if you are born male and you think you're a woman, you have issues. And you should seek medical help. If you are female and you think you're male, again, you have issues. If you think about it, way back when, we had tomboys. We had girls that didn't fit the girly personality, but they were still girls. They were just tomboys. So why do they now have to become males? There is no point. There is no reason. There is no reason whatsoever why a woman suddenly has to become a male. And the fact that there is so much pressure on kids to get operations, again, fucking kids get operations because they tell their parents, oh, I think I'm more masculine than what a girly girl is supposed to be. And the parents decide this is the right call to put them under the knife.
When this whole movement is looked back on, it's not going to be looked back on favorably.
It's not.
I think the actual cases of what's it officially termed, like sexual dysphoria, something like that.
Dysphoria or something
like that. Yeah, dysphoria. I think there's actually probably very few cases of that, and what we have is a lot of different mental illnesses. And particularly in cases with very young children and minors, it might be the mental cases of their parents that are pushing them into this sort of thing. So this will not look back on fondly.
And I really think this is the parents that are doing this. I don't think this is coming from the kid itself, because the kid itself is just probably thinking, well, I don't think the criteria of what a girly girl is or what a man or boy is supposed to look like, because these are not the type of games that think about it this way. In a way, if you think about what the prototype of a man would be, you would think, okay, they're playing sports, they're a jock, they're doing all this shit. If you don't fit the criteria, technically then you could be a nerd, right? But a nerd is still a man. Doesn't have to be a jock. So are you saying because... Yeah, if you're saying like you're too nerdy, then suddenly that makes you a girl because it's a feminine trait because you're not exuding
Masculinity.
yeah, masculinity or testosterone. Is that really what's going on? You're not exuding enough testosterone, so I guess you're a girl now. I know plenty of males who are geeks and nerds and are not jocks. They're still guys. Yeah, they are still guys. Exactly. So
nerds are meant to.
I know plenty of women that are not really extremely girly girls, and they're still women. So why is it that parents then push the agenda and force their kids to have all this type of surgery? Like, I'm sure you guys have seen it on the news. I have seen it on the news. Kids regretting the fact that they were forced to have surgery to change their sex.
Parasocial clout.
Let me put it another way. The brain doesn't really mature until you're 18 and 21. So generally, you're given more leeway to make decisions when you're 18 or 21. Right? When can you join the army when you're 18? When can you form a contract when you're 18? When can you drink when you're 21? Because your brain at that point has more fully matured into being able to be more rational, be able to make better decisions for yourself. And even as it is, some people's brains don't mature as quickly as others, right? We know it's a fact, it's a scientific fact that girls' brain mature faster than guys because generally that's how they're conditioned to mature, right? They don't make as many stupid decisions, but that's not saying all girls don't because let's face it, I make stupid decisions every day. Right? So
I don't have any arguments, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So the point is like you're having kids whose brain hasn't even matured at all because they're still kids. They're 12, they're 13. And as the parent, you're forcing them to do this. Because let's face it, they're not making this decision. Like you as a parent, or not you, because obviously you guys are not retards, but they are forcing them to do this to their own kids.
Yeah, put on hormone treatment.
That
Maybe.
is so many levels of messed up.
Yep.
And
why
again,
it's not going to be viewed fondly by the lens of history.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that everybody was saying they're on the right side of history.
And it's like Nosaku said, it's a mental illness. Think about what the definition of a mental illness is. Generally, if you have a mental illness, it means you are seeing things that are not there. They don't exist. It's not reality. It's in your head. Okay? Instead of getting them the help that they need because they're a fucking guy or they're a fucking girl, and they think, you know what? I know I have boobs, but I hate my boobs. I want to be a guy now. That's a mental illness, okay? That's a mental illness. You're not quite there yet. If you feel uncomfortable with your body, that's a mental illness, right? If you're suffering from, like, if you think everything is out to get you, again, mental illness. There are things that you could do, and there's different degrees of severity and how much a mental illness will interfere with your life-to-life activity. So you could be depressed one day and be completely fine and be active and perform really well at work. Or you could be severely depressed and not be able to work. Again, like different varying kinds. So again, we're talking about people who apparently think they're a different gender and their parents are approving of it. And because of that, they go through a life-changing surgery that they should have never gone through. And instead of them, getting them help for like understanding that you don't have to fit a criteria of what a guy is supposed to be or what a girl is supposed to be, you just transform their gender. It's messed up. It's messed up. I view people that are going out there celebrating trans as a call for mental help. Yeah, it should be mental awareness. I think June should be mental awareness month at this point.
It'd be a lot more helpful, wouldn't it?
It would be, because they need the help. They need the help. They need the help. So, yeah, hang in there, people. 40 years of depression. Thank you, Dennis. Hang in there, people. So, the Supreme Court looked at these mentally ill people and said, no, if you're a fucking guy, you cannot compete in a female team because you're a fucking guy. And this was a win.
Trans women are women.
And this was a big win. So let's go through the article. Let me find my mouse. There we go. A divided U.S. Supreme Court, no surprise there, upheld state laws that ban transgender girls. Okay, no, let's not call it transgender girls. Let's call it fucking messed up men. Boys.
The transgender's shorter.
Yeah, I suppose.
Just say transmissions.
Transmissions. Is there a better term that we could use?
Maybe we can, but we'll get booted from YouTube.
Fuck. Okay. Transgender mentally ill people that need help from competing for their schools or on female athletic teams, siding with conservatives and President Donald Trump on a divisive culture war issue. This should never have been a divisive culture war issue. Can you imagine us saying, I'm sorry, we should not give medication to people who have diabetes? The High Court on Tuesday rejected contentions that measures violate the Constitution and federal rights by discriminating against transgender athletes. The Constitution and Title IX, a law that bars sex-based discrimination in school programs, do not require an overhaul of women and girls sports throughout America. Justice Kavanaugh wrote for the majority, adding that the law cannot possibly be interpreted to refer to anything other than biological sex, not gender identity.
Mm-hmm.
The states...
Purely from the standpoint of physical competition, no. You cannot do this. Otherwise, both the men's league and the women's league will be filled with nothing but men.
Buster Boot, oh my god, his comment is just making me laugh. I disagree with this one. I have the right to hang out in a woman's locker because of my feelings. Okay, Buster Voodoo, you and I both know you will be in the locker for not the right reason, okay? Okay. The states, along with prominent U.S. and international sporting institutions, have concluded that women and girls should be allowed to compete for life-changing opportunities on an equal playing field without fear of physical injury from biological males or being forced to compete against biological males. Okay. That makes sense. Kavanaugh wrote, while also urging respect for all students who want to participate in sports. So these are the states who ban trans athletes playing in girls' sports. We have banned by law, no ban, or banned by policy or regulation. What? Oh, yeah, we have no ban. Let's go. That's a minor win for Minnesota. We usually have really bad decisions, so I'm going to call this as a win.
We have no ban. We are in the case of we have no ban on this, so men can compete in women's sports.
Oh, I read this wrong. Damn it.
Yeah, which is par for the course for us. Never mind.
Caviteno for the Diet Coke and Lime Fund. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Member for 5 months. What does this make the thing at? So we're at 51. What does it make it? Let me know, Caviteno. Yeah.
There's one simple reason that this is an issue. Women want to seem progressive and men say, yes, dear. Because they don't want to deal with the headache. Yeah, kinda.
Why is there no TTS? I guess I can do TTS. I never thought about it. I could do TTS. How do I
Minnesota
do TTS?
Can win something? No, Minnesota does not win anything. Just look at our sports teams. Why not? Real Coca-Cola, Cyborg, you're cruising for a ban. You better watch it, pal. You're on thin ice.
All right. I will install TTS.
Right now?
But I'm going to have to do it later. I can't do it right now.
Dan, this is going to be like 45 minutes. You can just fast forward a little bit.
All right. So the ruling adds to a string of recent losses at the conservative-controlled court for transgender people. Nobody cares. The court has upheld state laws banning certain medical treatments for transgender youth. No wonder they're fucking kids. They should not know this. 64, thank you.
Okay. Promotes the equality of all women and girls. No, I guess if you've decided to completely change the definition of women and girls to include actually men.
All right, there we go. 64, let's go.
King Chuck Norris voice.
King Tutol says, Dan, again. I'll tell you when to start again. After this. Again, sorry about that. Okay. All right. The ruling does not affect states that allow transgender girls and women to participate on female teams. Trump's administration is suing some states over these policies, but that issue will not be before the Supreme Court. Okay. The administration urged the court to uphold the Idaho and West Virginia laws. I wonder why. No matter what, I think this is a big win. I'm not going to read through this entire thing. But what do you think?
Yeah, I guess it's a win. I mean, that everyone's starting to see this movement for what it is, which is kind of a really empty social movement, and is stepping away from it and saying, no, we're not going to include men in women's physical, God damn it, I can't think of the word. Competition, because that wouldn't be fair. It's just very blatantly why it is not fair.
I saw Nick Rakita comment on this.
Oh dear. Oh, Nicky to the nose.
I'm like not. Oh my god.
Can you make Minnesota safe once again?
Shit. What's his handle?
I don't know. You think I use Twitter? I'm no fool.
There you go.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yes.
Oh, this is birthright citizenship. This one. The court concludes that separate sports teams for biological males and biological females are reasonable given the inherent physical differences between the sexes. Yeah.
There you go.
There you have it. Yeah. Yep. There you go, guys. There you go. So definitely, I mean, it makes sense to me. It's two different ways to compete. Women are just built differently anyway. So you can't really expect it. You can't expect a woman to compete with a male the same way. I think Nick is doing well. All right. Okay, I downloaded the streamer bot thing for TTS. I'll do that. I'll do that. But yeah, overall, I think this is good news. I don't know exactly what this is going to be for a lot of other places, but I think this is a really good start for sure. One thing that I found to be interesting was the fact that, like, in Title VII, which is employment, the courts found that the word sex included gender identity, but in this situation, it did not. And I'm guessing it's because in this situation, you're physically competing. Yeah. So you're built different. And I think that made a big change.
Yep. Whereas in labor, you could make any sort of argument as to why either sex could do the job just as well as the other.
Yeah.
Exceptions and rules, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah,
But in
Go ahead.
sports, it is pure physical competition. Sorry, ladies, there are exceptions to every rule, but you do not make rules based on exceptions.
Yeah. That's true. Biological males have more dense bones and quicker muscle twitching reaction time. Yeah, I could see that.
Yes.
Yeah, Nick is doing well. He is sober. He's doing well. Buster Brutus says there's one simple reason that I think this is an issue. Women want to seem progressive, and men say yes, dear, because they don't want to deal with the headache. It could be.
Yes, and that kind of situation was taken advantage of by a very radical political group that has been trying to push an agenda.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to get into it.
Terry Crystal says, will a team from California with a trans man on the team be allowed to play against a team with another state that doesn't allow trans? What do you have for California? California is pink.
No ban.
So no ban.
I mean, basically, just look at any blue state is no ban.
Mm-hmm.
And then flyover country has banned it.
Yeah. So pink states are gay, which I'm not surprised in. That's why we're gonna go for it. Pink states are gay. So if you're in a pink state, your state is gay.
Actually, let's be honest here. There are millions of good men that are done being treated disrespectfully by fake women that are insecure, promiscuous, and unreliable.
That is very true.
Yeah.
That is very, very true. Yeah, Rockhound Dog, I think you're right. I think you're right. I think a lot of good men are done with women just because of that same issue.
That's a whole other subject.
Yeah. King Tutul says, wow, you know my ex-wife? I think that's the story for many people, actually.
Can always be stronger than pointless empty words, yeah.
Yeah. So, for California, and I don't know if this has been, assuming that it has not been overruled in California, it probably wouldn't matter. Right? But
no,
if it is overruled,
I don't know. They're going to have to get into that when they compete together.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, if it's a state that has no ban and they have trans athletes on their women's team, then they're playing one that bans them on the teams, and I don't know. That's a them problem, though.
Yeah.
The students suffer, so fuck the next generation. Enjoy the issues of the millennials and the Gen Xers, guys.
Yeah. I wonder what it, because I don't think the Supreme Court said this will change every single state.
No.
Yeah.
No, all they've done is, like, decided that the federal government is not going to say anything about this. So if states choose to ban this thing, it is their prerogative.
Yeah. Idaho and West Virginia are among 27 states with laws restricting transgender student athletes. So they don't restrict it, so I don't think you could get away from it in California based on this.
Nope.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate.
Well, we're about, I don't know, 7 years minimum out from seeing any sort of social conclusion to this entire thing, so.
Yeah.
It's a wait and see thing, people.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that was interesting. I still count this as a win, even though...
Yeah, sure. Yeah, the Fed's not getting involved with this subject. That's the way it should be.
Yeah,
Stay
because
fuck out of it, yeah.
Yeah, because if you think about it, no matter what, it is, no matter what, like, it's never good when the federal government has to be involved, and you don't want the federal government to say something that will derail the rights of the states to make their own laws.
Well, it's also not surprising that the Supreme Court would rule this way. It's like, I can't imagine that they'd rule from the bench on something like this.
No.
Again, because American law, particularly federal law, we have to look at damages. Is anybody losing fucking money out on this? I don't know. Is it substantial enough to actually make it an issue? No. If it's not, well, okay, well, then we're not going to rule in any biased sense on this. No, it's a state problem. States take care of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that way. I could see a trans man suing a school in another state because they spent 10 years being single and I'm too damn preoccupied with to focus on my life. I'm sure the losses will keep happening. I'm sure they will keep happening. I'm sure they will bring something up. And at that point, it's going to be based on who did the competition and what state they're in, and then go by the laws of the state. I don't think the Supreme Court will get involved based on this. Yeah. There's a case involving a biological female and a born biological male wrestling. There was a move called checking the oil that was used, but not in the part usually done on males. I don't know
what
what
you're
that
saying,
means.
Camatano? I'm not touching that with the 30-foot pole.
I don't know what that even means, and I don't think I want to know.
So let's get to the honest point here. The social hierarchy not only has become crooked and corrupt, problem is that we have people that want to be oppressed. Yes, our social society right now in the West is dysfunctional, which is, if you ask some people, is the culmination of a KGB ops over the last 50 years.
Yeah, that is true.
So it was the Ruskies. It was the USSR all along.
That checks out. All right, and then I don't think I have this one. Hold on. I had this up, but I don't think I put it up. I'm looking for it. Where is the one about Trump?
Which one about Trump? So many to choose from.
I know, right? Lawsuit. You know, let's talk about. I know which one.
English.
I know which one I want to talk about. All right, let me go to my bookmarks.
Say the biological female lost. Oh, okay, damn. Violations that the referee should have called. Oh no.
Oh my god, please tell me I actually bookmarked it. Here we go. No, this is not it. Fuck. I'm gonna have to look for it. I can't find it. Okay, hold on. I'm looking for the Rhyme Prices one. The Rhyme Prices lawsuit.
Oh, haven't heard anything about this.
Oh, okay. You're gonna love it.
Sure.
Right. This looks weird website, but we'll do this one. Okay. Okay. So this is the one topic that I think will end, because I think this will take us a while to go through. RAM manufacturers have been sued for allegedly fixing prices and supply, leading to increased costs.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So think about how much we heard, oh, RAM prices are going up because of tariffs. RAM prices are going up because of the use of AI. because of the AI data centers that we have to use. Hello, MC Camp, how are you?
RAM prices are going up because Sevvy has to make a unique theme song for each of our shows.
Exactly, yeah. It's all my fault. How dare I, like, pull up RAM prices, right?
Oh, wow. Who would have seen this coming?
Yeah, nobody. I'm just
Actually, yeah, I guess I am kind of interested. Do they have any sort of discovery on this? They have any evidence of this price fixing?
Yeah, so let me look it up. I'm pretty sure it's here somewhere. This is including, where's the search button? Let me go to, it's not trials, it's litigation. Let me go to technology. I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. So Courthouse News has some of the best information that you can get. So they have judge orders trial for Meta over social media harms. Oh, that's interesting. Let's see. Oh, you know the case I saw today. This is not. I'll tell you about this while I'm looking at this. It doesn't look like it's here. There is a Hennepin County court decision that talked about the fact that the police found a dead body somewhere in Hennepin County. And they sent a subpoena over to Google for geofencing data. They said, we want to know, out of all the data you collect, of all the people in Minnesota, who was in this area this day, around this time. And Google provided that information.
Oh dear.
And based on the information they got a list of like 5 suspects. And one of them said, yep, I was involved in this. Based on Google data. So they got the data from Google. Then they were like, once they identified the people and the location, they told Google, because they checked exactly their precise location. So it's geofencing again. Check precisely their exact location.
Yep. If you have a smartphone, ladies and gentlemen, it's a tracking device.
Yeah, it is a tracking device. And Google readily provided this information to the police. And then the police said, okay, we want the identity of the people, of these people that were in this area. And then Google provided that information to the police.
Oh dear.
And I mean, they found the person that was involved in the murder. Don't get me wrong, that's good. But downright scary how much information is being collected because of your phone.
Brings up precedent.
Yeah. It just sounds absolutely horrible to me.
Obviously, this is all a psyop or maybe a scam. President Trump's tariffs are not the big issue. The real problem is the deep state manipulating the people who are working to survive.
Yeah?
Yeah, the deep state is a problem.
You're not wrong. Okay, so this is the Hynix. Let me just look it up. Hynix Micron. Let's see if I can find it in a different way so we can look it up. Oops, there goes my lime. Okay. Lawsuit. All right, so let's look at this story first, and then I'll see if oh, look, it's reported by 360. The class action lawsuit that accuses Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron of playing a large part in what's being dubbed the Ram-mageddon in the media. The complaint alleges, and let me see if... Of course it's under a paywall.
Nope. Paywall. Oh, God, I fucking hate that.
All right, hold Let's see, it's been archived.
Yeah, that's the way around it.
It was not archived.
Mm.
Okay.
It's computer causing app on other retailers to rise processes, random access memory shortages.
Yeah, it doesn't say. Okay, maybe we'll find it. Okay, so maybe we'll find it a different way. See, Samsung, Phoenix, Micron, lawsuit, price fixing, docket. Found it. Oh my god. What? Okay, this is a better article. We'll go through this one for better. It's better. Okay, so these three companies are being accused of price fixing. So, Samsung Electronics, SK Hynix, and Micron, the three companies that together manufacture almost all of the DRAM chips, has been sued in a U.S. federal class action lawsuit, alleging they deliberately restricted memory supply and fixed prices, creating what plaintiffs describe a RAM apocalypse.
Apocalypse.
Filed in the District of California. Okay, this tells me where I can go find it. Hold on. Docket search.
Purchase conventional DRAM or devices containing it.
This is the District of
Simple
California.
allegation that three dominant manufacturers coordinated their shift towards producing high bandwidth memory, powering AI servers. Well, that's true. There might be something to this because, I mean, they essentially outright stated that that's what they were shifting to. Oh, I see. It's to keep the consumer level stuff low.
Samsung and Micron. Okay.
Saw a picture today of a driver's hole in an A3 variant, Bradley, and there was a GPS screen. They did not have that when I was serving. Yep. The tank commander tells you where to go.
Oh, there's 177 cases of antitrust. Okay, so did you say what district of California? Northern, okay.
I don't think so. Northern.
178 cases. When did it say you got filed?
October 26th? No. That's when they purchased stuff.
Yeah. All right. Doesn't say who filed the lawsuit. Maybe they'll say it later. Okay, so the lawsuit seeks millions of consumers, and businesses that purchase conventional DRAM of their or devices. At the heart of the complaint is a simple allegation that the three dominant manufacturers coordinated their shift toward producing high bandwidth memory (HBM), the premium memory powering AI servers, not simply because the demand was growing, because doing so allowed them to keep conventional DRAM artificially low. Oh, this is crazy. HBM commands significantly higher margins than explosive demand for AI infrastructure. This explains why Samsung's memory business alone is now more profitable than Amazon or Meta. DDR3 and DDR4, meanwhile, continue to power millions of everyday products, including laptops, desktop, smartphones, networking equipment, and countless enterprise systems. The lawsuit alleges that instead of expanding production as prices rose, as a competitive market would normally encourage, these companies reduced the output altogether. Wow. That is crazy. What stands out isn't that just memory has become expensive, but that manufacturers have increasingly stopped talking about prices eventually falling. Wow.
As the new normal of elevated memory costs.
This is crazy.
I hope then that they lose.
Yeah. Oh.
Past expansion gave way to process upgrades.
Yeah.
product.
The practical consequence is that when the three firms restrict supply, no outsider can expand output to undercut them. Perhaps most damaging is the lawsuit's reliance on history. Samsung and Hynix has previously pled guilty
Oh no.
to criminal DRAM price fixing charges brought by the U.S. Department of Justice in 2000s, paying $300 million and $185 million respectively, with several executives receiving prison sentences.
Precedent.
Oh, this is crazy.
Wonder if it's just like they all decided to do this to be dicks on their own, or if it's some sort of a trust we're alleging here.
Yeah. I don't know. This is bad. The complaint also references another period of sharply rising DRAM prices between 2016 and 2018 that triggered both a U.S. class action and an investigation by Chinese regulators. The conduct alleged here is the third such cycle in the same market. The companies have now been found liable in this case, and Samsung and SK Hynix has not previously responded to the allegations of the publication, and Micron declined to comment. This doesn't look good.
Nope. If all they got is allegations, then guess this is the new normal. Enjoy the new RAM prices. It's never coming down.
Yeah, this is bad.
Oh, I hope they got more evidence than just, yeah, we think that the evil people are being evil.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me see if I can find
Fortunately, that
this.
bitch with the scales is blind.
I think maybe this is the one. Oh, I think this is the one. Maybe. Yeah, this is it. I found the case. This is it. So the case is Garcia Aguirre et al. Versus Samsung Electronics Co. Et al. Docket 26 CV 06345 in the Northern District of California, and it was filed June 25th of 2026. So this is the case. If you guys want to look it up, Googleable information. Oh wait, hold on. This is like moving it. There we go. You guys can see it better there. Okay. So in this case, this is a complaint. So in terms of like what's in here that I can see right now, we have the complaint, consent declination to proceed, case assigned to another magistrate, certificate of interested parties, disclosures by the companies, proposed summons, notice of appearances of the attorneys, notice of reassignment, okay, ordered case referred to Magistrate Virginia DeMarchi for discovery, clerk's notice of case management, and then the summons. So if we look at it, looks like basically they're just starting the case. It's pretty brand new. So if we look at the case here, all right. So let's see. Let me make this bigger so I can see it better. Okay. There you go. Okay, so this lawsuit seeks to recover for and to stop concerted anti-competitive behavior. That makes sense. They talk about what happened since 2022, the DRAM supply issues, the fact that they engaged in price fixing before, that they returned by force. Do you think that they did this intentionally or not?
That's a tough call. I mean, evil technology corporations are evil technology corporations.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why I said I don't know if they colluded to do it or if they all just kind of decided, well, the real money's in AI, so fuck them consumers.
Yeah.
Which is a thing that could have happened too.
Yeah. we'll definitely have a lot of stuff. It's all about the DRAM. Let's see if we have anything else.
Well, that's what it is, but I don't know what sort of evidence that they're putting forth that, like, they were all in on it, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna tamper with the market and price fix shit.
Yeah, let's look to see. Let's skip to that area. Export controls, relevant market. We don't need that information.
Yeah,
Product
it's all legal.
status.
Where it's just solely what is your case.
Yeah, I'm just looking to see what they have. Marketing conditions.
Yes, more accurately, what is your case standing on here? So I don't know, it's class action. Apparently there's quite a few people involved in it too.
Yeah, it's whoever joins as a class member. Okay. I mean, we found it at least. I'm just not looking. I'm not seeing what I want.
Parts should be manufactured in the U.S. or trusted allied countries. Who knows how much Trojan software can be installed in Chinese manufacturer chips? True.
A lot. A lot, I'm assuming.
I don't think that's particularly the case here, because I think Samsung is South Korea.
Mm-hmm. This is a very, 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 very... Oh, it's 118 pages. No wonder I was having issues with this. Oh my god. I highlighted everything.
This is getting more into, like, market regulation.
Yeah. There you go. Remove highlight. Yeah, it definitely is.
Far beyond, like, national law and stuff like that. It doesn't talk about America's issues or how they do something in a foreign country. These are companies that are pan-global, so you're going to find Samsung products everywhere you go.
Look at how they call this. The defendant's history of DRAM pricing. The first DRAM cartel.
Yeah.
They called it a cartel. They called it a cartel. Yeah, they called it a cartel. I love it. The price spike. Yeah.
Microsoft being sued in the 90s for being too big. Yep. Microsoft, I think, actually tried to set itself up sort of as monopoly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There we go. Well, this should give us an idea more of what they're doing. But I think the article really explained it really well.
Vietnam? Yeah. The Oriental manufacturing.
Yeah. All right, let me go through here. Yeah, but that was still pretty interesting. So hopefully you guys found it to be interesting as well. All right. I think that's where we're gonna call it, because we covered the items that I thought I wanted to make sure to talk about.
What was in the news today?
Yeah, it's on the news, unless we want to look at my Twitter feed, which is sometimes pretty fun, but it is what it is. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure to hit the like button if you have not already. What game will we be playing tomorrow? I think we're gonna be playing again Mecha Chameleon. I think that's the plan. I think we're gonna play I think we're gonna play Mecha Chameleon again. So I think that's the game that we're gonna do tomorrow. That's my understanding of it. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let's see who we'll be able to raid. Let's see. YouTube Studio. Thank you, Tara Crystal. Much appreciated. All right. And my video will come out tomorrow on Roblox if you guys want to see it on the child labor laws. So make sure to go check it out. And we'll just raid Hypnotic. How about that? We'll raid Hypnotic. Perfect, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good evening, and thank you, Nosaku Boy. Nosaku, do you want to tell people where they can find you and what you're up to?
I stream on YouTube and Kick. I'm here till Thursday. Tomorrow's Wednesday night is Faz Inc. at 10:30. It's me, Levistro, Kyozaber, Soul Soldier. We're playing Dark Tide. We're Inquisitorial Henchmen in the grim darkness of the 41st millennia.
Very, very fun. Alright guys, I will see you guys tomorrow for GNG Plays. Please make sure to follow Nosaku Boy, and then I'll be back in this channel on Thursday. And tomorrow the video drops from Roblox, so make sure to check it out. Bye everybody!
Bye-bye.